You're listening to Bye Bye Baby, a Dob Berman production.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bye Bye Baby. Remember, if you're not old enough to listen to this podcast, then you're not old enough to listen to this podcast. Shit. You're not old enough, period.
I love it.
I'm Julie, and I'll be your babysitter today. And my babies today are everyone. Say hi.
Hi. It's been ages.
Yay. It's been so long.
Hi everyone. So for this week's episode, we're going to be actually making a reunion episode where we're going to talk about our period as pandemic survivors.
I like
and
that.
how it was for us until today when we're recording this and what changed in our lives and everything in between. So, does anyone want to start?
I'll start. I got married.
So did I.
Yes.
To this weird nerd. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's the only guy on the podcast.
Yay!
Oh, I think I know him. What a
I'm
weirdo.
sure you've met him at least once or twice.
He's a total prat. You can do so much better.
But he gives great hugs.
Oh, he
He does
does.
give good hugs.
Big bear hugs.
Yeah, so I'm actually currently not with my brand new husband, and I'm stuck with visa stuff, but that's a whole other thing. Sexuality-wise, super married. I don't know if that is a sexuality or not.
Super married.
Oh god, that's
Anna,
not
the
super married. Super
Super
straight.
married.
I identify
I
as
I
super
figured out
married.
This fall that I'm actually non-binary, so that's been fun. She, her pronouns are fine, but I want people to use she and her, but no.
Mm.
You know,
I like that.
Fair enough.
I just have to know. Other than that, pretty much same old, same old. Got a cat. That's not anything to do with sexuality. I just love her.
Okay, but the cat is
God, did
adorable.
we
I
not?
would hope that has nothing to do with
Yeah, thank you.
Anna, if you have something more to share, we'll understand. We'll be freaked out, but we'll understand.
I mean,
No,
no
No,
judgment.
you won't.
I will kink shame, I'm sorry.
I'm judging
Baby.
you.
Shame
I'm
that.
not judging me for this thing I don't do.
It's
Right.
weird. It's weird to think that we haven't done an episode of this podcast since we got Toff.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, her name is Toph. She because she has 3 legs, and we named her after the character from Avatar because, like that character, she is small, disabled, and angry,
And
Very
loves
angry.
meat.
and loves meat.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's
Adorable.
adorable.
She's scary.
She's not. She's more scared of you than you are of her.
You're only saying she's scary because you're allergic to her.
And
Oh.
the way that she looked at me, she looked like she was ready to attack. She was
Okay,
like, this
that's just
person is
her
allergic. And I'm going to kill her.
No,
Yeah.
that is your sister.
That went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Someone else go.
Real quick.
Anyway.
Real fucking quick.
I've been... Anyway, like Anna, I got married.
Oh, I would hope
Oh
so.
my gosh.
I got married to the most adorable, amazing, nerdy person on the podcast.
Aww.
Tori.
Got married to you. You were there.
So was she.
Also, I don't
Tori.
qualify
Good point.
as the nerdiest person here. I think that title is up for grabs. I like that no one said anything.
We're all
That is
nerdy
me.
about different things.
It's just because we don't want to take Hannah's place as Max's wife or spouse.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want
So-
you to either.
Anyway, so we got married. We were a lovely, idyllic married couple for about 3 days before you had
Not
to...
even 3 days. It was like 40 hours.
Was it
Yeah.
really only like 2
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Not even.
That's
Barely a
then-
weekend.
You got on a plane back to Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Not, that's not how it.
And I am still in Sterling.
And it sucks. It's been like 3
It's
months almost.
the worst. It's not going to be too much longer in terms of just finding out when we get the visa, in theory. But as usual, I don't trust the Home Office. Yeah.
So, real quick, you have to wait for the visa in order to come back? There's not like a loophole where you're a married couple?
No, I have to wait. I don't have a passport.
Oh, because you
They
sent
took
it
my
off.
passport.
Send the passport.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh,
I can't go nowhere. I can't go to a restaurant and order a glass of wine because they keep trying to card me.
you don't have a
Yeah,
driver's
and
license.
you don't have a driver's license.
I was
Yeah.
about to
People
say,
have
where's your
national
ID?
IDs, which is so stupid.
Don't you guys
It's my
have
passport.
like a
Passport is
That's the
generic
US.
ID? It's just
no.
an ID.
I mean, no.
It used
get
to
one.
be.
I
You
don't
can
have
go and get
Jullie,
one.
Yeah, you
exactly.
can
And
get
mine
one.
expired like 4 years ago.
I'm so sorry for you guys.
It
Hi,
used to
Max.
be, well, at least in my college town, it used to be that you could show your school ID. And,
I don't have one of those anymore because I'm graduated
yeah.
from all the schools.
Yeah, that's another thing. I graduated with a master's in TESOL.
You said we, and I was like, who?
I graduated with a master's in TESOL. My amazing wife graduated with a master's in publishing, and they're both framed and leaning on the table because I'm not allowed to nail stuff to the walls.
I think we actually are
Don't you have those little
Holy
commands?
shit, why are I not nailed these to the wall?
because you're dumb. Continue.
But yeah, so I've been in Sterling. I'm super married. Don't know if that's a sexuality or not.
It is. We've decided.
Then we are super
It's
married.
official.
I'm still bi. I did have like
Imagine that. You can still be bisexual and married at the same time.
That's
This
insane.
is-
Straight
Amazing.
relationship.
It's like a cheat code.
kind of. I think like
Kinda. Yeah.
yeah.
No, because I'm not. It's not a straight relationship if I'm non-binary, is it?
Hmm. Or if you're both bi.
That's actually a good question. What is that? Is that just called?
That's a good subject.
We just call it love.
in of itself.
It's just love.
A straight
Love.
presenting relationship.
I'm doing hand gestures, which doesn't really work over an audio media.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but we can see each other, so
That's nice.
we get it. No one else will.
I think like I don't really care what the government says about me and Anna's marriage and what it says on like
I'd like if they said I could come home.
no, but you know what I mean. I don't really care if they say like you're a woman and you're however old and such and such and such. Dude, I'm just glad I married you because I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
Yay.
Gay.
Anna, you
Gay.
can be Mothman. Max would still love you.
Ooh, I want to be a Mothman.
I'm
I have a new gender. I am
a moth
Mothman.
person.
You identify as
No.
moth person.
No.
Have you seen that statue's ass?
I
want
hate
to be
moths.
that statue. Look up the Mothman statue. Its ass is on point, and I would like those are my aspirational goals. It's not a moth.
I've seen
Maddie,
it. The
it's a
ass does
man.
not make up for it.
Guys,
I don't
we are
care.
so off topic.
Someone
We're
else
not.
go.
We're talking about my gender, which is Mothman's butt.
Mm-hmm.
The title of the episode. Anna is Mothman's butt.
My gender is
Gender.
Mothman's ass.
Gender,
I'm
colon,
married
Mothman's butt.
To Mothman's ass.
It's a nice ass, though.
It's such a
It
good
is
butt.
nice ass.
Anyway,
All right. Let's continue catching up.
Yes. Next one.
I'll go.
Tori. Yes, please.
Tori.
Okay, so oh gosh, since the last time that we spoke, I'm still bi.
Well,
I also I also graduated. I don't have my degree because I still owe money. But I technically
Basically have it, though.
Yeah, right? I mostly have it.
don't you have the PDF at least?
No,
Oh.
You don't?
because I owe them money, so they're not going to give me my degree at all until I give them the last like £3,000.
Bastard.
Damn.
That
So,
sucks.
but other than that, went home, got a surprise visit, and then came back.
That was so cute.
Who'd you get a surprise visit from?
It's from
Don't
Maddie. I was home, and me and Maddie and Anna were like kind of throwing around the idea of them coming down to Florida. And then
I ran out of money because getting married is expensive, so I had to back out.
exactly, which I totally understood. And then Maddie said, "Oh no, I have to work." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." And so I was totally, just hanging out in Florida by myself, so sad. And then Maddie came and everyone conspired against me, and it was so cute.
I
Everyone
knew. The whole time.
Oh yeah, me too.
And we got it on video, so maybe
Oh,
we'll
yes.
post that on the social somewhere.
It
That
was
would be a
really
great
fucking
TikTok.
cute.
Fucking
Seriously.
awesome.
It was fucking
I honestly
adorable.
started crying, and I don't cry in public ever.
Mm.
And oh no.
I said from the beginning, if she doesn't cry, I'm going to be pissed.
If it doesn't
Because
cry,
you
I'm
don't
going and
cry.
I'm doing it again. I'm leaving and coming back.
Yeah. And I was going to be offended if you didn't cry. And
Yeah,
you did, so
I
it was all
did.
good.
I definitely cried. I cried when she came. I cried when she left. So
Maddie,
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about
I
leaving,
know.
'cause it's sad.
Maddie, can we just agree that the feeling of telling someone, "Oh no, I've got to work," and then their face when they see you not at work, and that simultaneous look of
Mhm.
joy and betrayal is delicious.
joy. and
She
betrayal.
looked so confused right away. She was just like,
No, honestly, and you'll see it in the video. I literally look at her, and it
cute.
doesn't compute who it is
doesn't
for
click.
a second. Just staring at her like, "Ma'am, can I help you?"
so I think people are kind of out of the loop about something. They may not understand why
The
I would have
gossip.
gone to visit you
Yeah.
and why it was such a thing.
So
But I think we should break the news to the people. The people want it.
The people want to
We
tease.
dated.
Spill
The people deserve to
We
know.
dated.
we dated.
Oh,
Maddie
it
and
was
Tori
really
sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-S.
I asked her to be
The
my
only way
girlfriend
Tori
in
can reach her
everything. I asked her to be my girlfriend in a pub. So
It was
romantic.
cute.
you both are so
Stop.
freaking
So awkward.
I mean, we're pretty awkward people, so that's fine. So yes, me and Maddie got together. She came to visit me in Florida, and that was really cute.
Okay, so the
It
full
was really
story
cute.
of Maddie and Tori getting together, though.
Oh,
Because it's tragic. It's
Yeah.
tragic as hell.
it's not
Mm.
tragic. It's like
it is.
I mean, it is kind of tragic.
Star-crossed.
We're
as
both making the
fuck.
same face. Okay, so from the very beginning, when we met, we were always flirtatious with each other.
And it was
very
obnoxious.
apparent.
And that's amazing.
I mean,
But
that's
it's so
completely
fun.
Yeah, it's you saying
comprehensible.
that. You and Max always canoodling.
Okay,
canoodlers.
okay,
Yes, but we're canoodling, to the
We're-
exclusion of all others. now.
yeah.
Flashes her ring.
Has all the bragging rights.
Mhm.
So yeah, we were flirty, and then
Mhm. We made out in the bathroom at the Halloween party. You know,
that was hot.
Did we?
Yep.
Not
I
you.
didn't know
Yep.
that.
Oh, them, right. I
Yeah.
thought you were still talking about
That's
us.
just
being
like
them.
we did.
Yeah.
No!
Right after it happened was when someone knocked on the door and Tori answered it.
Yup.
That was a whole thing in and of itself because that ended up getting Mariana and her roommates in trouble because they saw my dog.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, that was a whole thing.
So we picked up at the Halloween party when we made out in the bathroom, which is the start to any great bi romance, I think.
She was a pirate. I was a succubus.
Yeah, we were hot.
Which is just the two sluttiest costumes.
The two.
It's so fun. Why wouldn't you dress up like a slut if you wanted to on Halloween? It's the perfect opportunity to dress up as slutty as you want. Not saying that you have to.
Unless you're slutty the rest of the year, so maybe you want to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A slut's holiday,
That's a fair
if you
point.
will.
Sluts.
Okay, so anyway, we made out at the Halloween party.
We don't need to give them a play-by-play, but
Yeah.
But then I feel like the next step after that was like New Year's.
Fuck.
After-
Got unsynced for a
yeah.
bit.
So New Year's was a whole thing.
Yeah,
Because we kissed at New Year's. but
There's a
then
video of that
Tori-
too.
yeah. So we kissed it.
Tori-
Okay, well, listen. We kissed
Sure.
at New Year's, but we hadn't really discussed like what we were at all
Mhm.
before then.
Yeah, we had.
So yeah, so we hadn't really talked about what we were before then. So during New Year's Eve, I kissed her at midnight, but also like danced with this other dude. And then he came home with us. Not like me personally, because it was like
I
there
had
was like
left
four
by
of
that
us.
point.
Yeah.
I left after I saw you guys making out on the dance floor.
So
Wait, Maddie, are you
Yeah.
thinking of the Gatsby party?
the Gatsby party was
Because that same thing
something else
happened.
entirely. Yeah.
I was
The
there.
Gatsby party. No, yeah. The
Tori
New
and
Year's
dancing
thing.
just leads to kissing, apparently.
Can't let her on dance floors by herself.
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
think after that night was when I really realized, like, oh, I like legitimately have feelings for this person. And she and I started hanging out more, just the two of us. And then one day it just kind of came up where I was just like, so I don't know if you feel this way, but just so you know, like when I am flirting with you, I'm like actually flirting with you. It's not a joke. And she was like, me too. So
So yeah, and that was, that was like the I think it was the day after we actually recorded one day at my house because we were on the pull-out couch that was like all made up for sleepovers. But anyway, so yeah.
so many sleepovers happen at your house, so
I
I
know.
can't keep track.
So yeah, and then after that there was a whole debacle at the we went to a Gatsby party, a 20 themed themes 20
20s
themed 20s themed
It was a really
party.
cool event.
It was really neat. And we all
We
looked
saw
really
a girl
cute.
spin around half naked in a cocktail glass, like a big one.
It was
Nice.
so awesome.
And another girl that was pinned up to a board and was literally spinning around and having knives thrown at her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So there's that.
speaking of, I still want to go and do axe throwing because
Yeah, that never
God,
happened.
yes. I want to do axe throwing so much. I miss
I want to.
having a fucking axe. I am so mad that my axe is at my parents. I want an axe.
Tori, I had
Fuck.
started
man.
thinking about, like, when I
Okay.
went to go visit you, I was like, we need to go axe throwing.
I
But
know.
then it just didn't happen. We did so much shit when I was in Florida. We wouldn't have been able to squeeze it in anyways.
Oh my gosh! So when Maddie came to Florida, we went to Weeki Wachi, which, if anyone listening has ever been to Florida, Weeki Wachi is the place to go to see manatees. However,
Yes.
when we got there, and there are some really cute videos of like just how pretty it was, and we were just like chilling out in our little canoe, our
It's a
little
kayak.
kayak, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But we were so determined to stay away from people. Like we would come around a corner and there would be like a clump of people just like hanging
What?
out. And we'd be like,
Paddling
"Get
manically.
the fuck away from them. So we kept zooming along all of these bends. And we got out and we got to the end. And the driver was like, oh, did anyone see any manatees? And we were like, no. And the guys behind us were like, yeah, there's a ton of them.
There's a mama and baby. Like, all of them had seen this mama and baby manatee, and we're like, fuck. Just went right past them. Okay, that's besides the point.
But yeah, so anyway.
That's fair.
Yes. So yeah. Gatsby party, there was a hiccup.
Yes.
But we worked through it
It's okay.
and
We communicated.
we did.
I want credit
Imagine
for
that,
that one.
guys.
I want credit for a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna
Anna
definitely
does
helped.
deserve
Yeah.
a lot of credit for that. But we communicated like bosses, just saying.
Yeah, the next day after everyone had calmed down, we had a conversation. And then I think that is where, like, though we didn't have a label to it yet. We like it was a thing by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, then after that, you know, the whole pandemic thing started. And Maddie left me alone.
Yeah. So I'll I guess I'll go into where the hell I am now.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, I am still bisexual, although I don't know, I feel I still label myself as bisexual, but I'm realizing that my sexual attraction with women is I already knew it was different with women than it is with men. But how to label that, I don't exactly know. But I think the best way to the thing that I identify with most still is demisexuality and also being biromantic. So there's that. So when the pandemic hit, I got really fucking depressed, to say the least. I was the only person who hadn't seen their family since starting uni.
So like August, the year before.
Yeah. So I didn't get to go home for the holidays. My family didn't come visit me. And so being stuck in my flat by myself, I was getting really fucking depressed. And I really, really missed home. And so ultimately I made the decision that I needed to go back to the States, which was a really hard choice to make because, you know, I was going home way, way earlier than I anticipated, but it was the right decision for me at the time. And I still believe it was the right decision for me. Saying bye to Tori that day in the Edinburgh train station was very sad. The saddest kiss of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she fucking ran beside the train as it was pulling away.
God. Hey,
And
guys.
as soon as her train was out of sight, I burst into fucking tears. Some guy had to come over and ask me if I was okay, and I was like, I'm fine, leave me alone.
It was...
But no, yeah, very emotional.
It was very sad.
You can cry, you bastard.
Yeah. But the sadness didn't stop there. Went home. Things were good for a couple weeks. I was enjoying seeing my family and my friends and stuff. It's gonna get real sad real quick, but I'm not gonna try and stay in that sad zone for very long. Sadly, my sister passed away a couple weeks after I got home. And she passed away on June 19th. Wasn't due to COVID, but she just had a lot of medical issues and it all just caught up with her. So in the end, it is a good thing that I came home when I did because I was able to, you know, see her and spend time with her one last time before that happened. And I'm kind of thankful that it was sudden rather than a long drawn out thing because my last day with her was a really good one and not a sad one. So I'm very thankful for that. But it was a really hard few months after. Yeah, I won't get into it because it's going to make me cry. But I eventually got a job at a local independent bookstore, which is something I'm very passionate about. Within our master's program, like it was focused on publishing, but I kind of realized that my focus really was independent book selling. It's just kind of my thing. It's what I am really into. So I got a job at a local bookstore that I've always loved. I used to go there every day for lunch when I was doing my undergrad. And I do marketing stuff as well as I'm basically like a sales assistant. So yeah, that's cool. I eventually finished my degree. I had to get a 3-month extension on my dissertation because of everything that happened, but I finally finished the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray. I haven't gotten my diploma, and I'm locked out of my email and whatnot, so I don't even know how to get my PDF. So that's basically where I'm at now. I am back in Kansas, which is not where I want to be forever, but I'm okay being here for a little while. Hemi definitely misses Scotland because
I miss Hemi.
a lot more places to frolic there than in Kansas.
Yeah.
Everything's just dead and flat. So,
Oh,
But-
tell us about your
Yeah,
burb.
you saw hills for the first time.
True.
he really did.
Tell us about your burb.
Oh, so I have a burb. His name is Daisy. Yes, I said his. It's not a surprise that we're busting gender norms here, guys.
Hell yeah.
But
Refuse to conform to gender norms and the Harry Potter epilogues.
he is actually my feather brother, as I like to call him. He's an Amazon parrot, and we have had him my entire life. He literally, his birthday was on the 5th of March. He just turned 26. I'm turning 26 in July. He's older than me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but we quite literally grew up together. We were babies together and everything. He was my dad's parrot. And my parents are traveling the country now. They sold my childhood home. They sold all of their possessions, and they're traveling around the country in a camper. So
Which is
I got the
wild.
bird. Yeah,
What a
they're
time
living the
to do
dream.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. They've hit some speed bumps along the way. That's for damn sure.
Oh,
Could it be
Jesus.
because
Hasn't
the
gone
world
the way
is
that they
shut
planned.
down in a global pandemic?
I mean, most
Yeah,
of the
and
world,
then-
there are certain states that have gone ahead and fucked themselves. But,
Texas.
yeah,
We won't talk about Texas though.
it's okay.
But yeah, and then that the really bad winter storm that hit, like, I mean, it hit us pretty bad here, but they were down in Texas when it
Oh,
happened.
no.
That was
Texas
not a
got
good
hit the
place for them
worst.
to be.
Yeah, in a tin box, basically.
Oh, God.
So
Are they like alive?
Do they
they
have
are.
any
They're
toes
Well done,
left?
they're in Sedona right now.
Where's that?
So I'm having a brain fart, and I can't remember
Is that
if it's
Arizona?
Arizona or New Mexico, but I want to say it's Arizona.
Thought it was
Fuck, I'm from the other
Arizona.
corner. I don't.
I feel like I should know this for some reason.
It's in the Southwest.
Yeah, it's over that way.
It's over there.
It's
So,
somewhere. That's good
yeah.
enough.
That's my update. That's where I'm at. I am, as we speak, I am literally sitting in my car in my driveway drinking a Truly because this is the best place for me to record. I'm not driving, guys. Don't worry. I'm in my driveway. I
Don't-
was driving earlier, but
Whoever's listening
not.
to us,
no.
please don't drink and drive. Just
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
You know, you could just like switch over and sit in the passenger seat and it'd be fine.
But why would I? I
She's
can't
like,
do
that's
that,
a lot of
actually,
work.
because my laptop wouldn't sit the way it's sitting.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
have to clarify
On that
that when this is done, you're just getting out of the car and going home, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm literally in my driveway.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but there's going to be some twat
And
who
I'm
didn't listen
going
to
to
that.
go inside.
Yes, but no, yeah.
Okay, let me just clarify.
We do not endorse drinking and driving on the Bye Bye Baby podcast.
I am not endorsing drinking and driving on this podcast. I am sitting in my driveway. My car is on because the sun's beating on me and I need the AC. But I am sitting in my driveway and I'm not going anywhere.
We
I'm
endorse
going to be going
sitting
back
in
inside
cars. Okay.
after
Yes,
we're done recording.
we endorse sitting in cars.
We endorse sitting in cars. That's another possible title for this.
Bad.
We endorse sitting in cars.
You can't just take every word I say and make it a title. I know I'm hilarious.
It's so
I have a
easy,
new title
though.
that Anna's
You-
just given me.
God damn it.
so, Mariana, how are you?
I've been good. Like everyone else, I've graduated with a postgraduate in publishing, and I've also been doing a lot of self-reflection during the past year. I've adopted the pronouns she, them, and we'll cover why and how come and all that good stuff in later episodes. In a later episode, I rather say. And yeah, it's been good.
Where are you working right now? Aren't you working at the...
I'm technically still working at the university we all went to, but it's been kind of like very touch and go because of the whole quarantine thing. So yeah.
Well, at least you managed to keep your job, which is amazing. So
Yeah,
Very
kudos for sure.
Honestly, it was like a lifesaver. It was really, really good. I was very happy when they were still able to keep me on, even if it was on reduced hours.
So, and you, oh, we already covered, you're still bisexual, right?
Yes, I am still bisexual. Yeah, I use the labels bisexual and pansexual and queer interchangeably, really. Like I've touched upon in previous episodes.
I just
that
listened
hasn't
to
changed.
the queer label episode like last week, actually. So
Oh, awesome!
Remembering good
Uh,
times.
I
I'd
haven't
like to go
gone
back and listen to
listen.
episodes when I miss you guys.
I
So.
do the same thing.
Aw,
You
that is
guys!
adorable.
Yeah.
oh, that's
But yeah.
so.
So, yes,
Yeah, that's good. I guess I'm the last one.
Julie,
So I actually have a lot going on.
tell us
well,
everything.
Ooh.
when the pandemic started, I was living at uni on campus, and it was all good when I was there because I had a great view. There was plenty of nature. I could go out on a walk. Like, I just got out of the building and I was already like surrounded by trees and the lake and ducks, squirrels. Oh, so many cute animals.
The law.
Look. And well,
You did
so
have a fantastic view.
we did.
Yeah.
And well, while I was there, it was okay. I could cope better. Even though at some point in May I kind of broke mentally and I ended up going back to World of Warcraft, which messed up a lot of my time perception. But it was fun. I was able to make friends and talk and like get my mind out of bad things. So it was good.
Yeah.
Well,
and it gives you some sort of connection to people.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I did the same thing. Like I made tons of online friends because like you're dying for
Human
a
connection.
connection with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you hate people, you're like
We're crazy.
people
man.
sometimes.
There's that stereotype that like if you're making friends with people on like online games, then they're not real friends or whatever. But the only two people that I went to Nagasaki with who I'm still talking to are Anna and a friend of mine who introduced me to Warframe.
So the two from Connecticut.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe that's what that
maybe I'm wrong about that, and maybe Connecticut people are just nice.
What are Connecticut people called?
Nutmeggers.
Connecticut's.
Nutmeggers. We used to sell fake nutmeg. It was our thing.
Fake nutmeg?
Yes, it was not real nutmeg. It was like
Is nutmeg a hot commodity? I never
in
realized.
colonial
That's
times.
my
This is in
question.
colonial times.
Okay.
Well, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had like 18
Conquering the
different
world for
fucking
spices and not using them.
nicknames. The only one that makes a good person nickname is Nutmegger.
You had a whole 18 fucking? Wow.
What?
I'm very married. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm very married. I don't know what to tell you.
Anna's the one who said, Anna said, and I quote, we had a whole 18 fucking
Nicknames.
pause nicknames, but that video you can cut out. So,
What?
you know,
No, that's
we had a whole
I'll
18
just chop that
fucking.
up and we'll have Anna saying, we had a whole 18 fucking.
I'm very married.
Exactly.
And yet here you are.
Anna
Fucking
very
18.
Hope y'all know.
Who are the other 17, darling?
Just you in different hats. Love. Gross.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, sorry,
So,
sorry,
Jullie, World of
Julie.
Warcraft.
Okay, but
So,
World of
sorry, go on.
yay! I made lots of friends there, and while time passed, I kept writing my dissertation as well. And in August, by the end of August, I moved to Glasgow. Again, thanks, Anna, for helping me, because that was a shithole.
Anytime, love.
I hate moving.
It's kind of fun, though.
It was.
The company was good.
It was fun. Thank you. And, well, the flat I moved in Glasgow, it was pretty good. But it wasn't perfect as the one I was in Stirling, because all I could see from my living room window were the rooftop of the buildings on the other side of the street and the sky.
Seagulls.
the
And
seagulls
sometimes
walk-
seagulls. Yeah, but they stopped appearing like by the end of September. So I was very upset.
Aw.
They were pretty fun. They would go to my window and
No, I had the same thing. I had seagulls that I watched all the time.
they're so funny. It's ridiculous. They went to my window and they pecked
Seagulls are
the
spawn
glass.
of Satan.
I don't know why. They just kept pecking the glass and it was fun, but then they stopped coming because, well, winter was coming. And
Bum, bum, bum.
yeah. And then I got, kind of very depressed because the days were getting shorter and I was far away from all of you and it was not as
Those
good.
4:00 sunsets are hard.
They're horrible.
Even
Oh
though
my
the person
god.
is a bitch.
It's fun for a couple days, but for a whole fucking winter is super hard. I'm not gonna lie.
It's much more bearable when you can actually go out to a pub, and so 4:00, you're like,
Yes.
it's nighttime, I can have a drink.
Yeah, of
but
course. And you go
now
out
you're
with your
just
friends,
alone.
but we
Hang out
couldn't.
with friends. A sleepover that starts at 4 sounds good.
Right?
Yeah. And then I spoke to my parents and I decided to come back to Brazil, which is the shithole I am now. But, well, I mean, if you guys look up the news in Brazil, you're gonna see I'm not lying. It's a hellhole. Everything's awful and COVID is exploding. Again, the health system is collapsing. In my city, we had 2 ICU beds available as of yesterday. So for today, I guess we don't anymore. They're choosing who they're gonna save, and it's awful. And, well, that's shit.
You're staying safe, though, right?
Yeah, I'm staying at home all the time. I'm
Good girl.
I'm not leaving for anything. So, well, but I still wish I could get a job. I've applied for lots of them. I didn't hear back from many of them, and I got some no's from very random jobs. So that hurts my ego, not gonna lie. But on the bright side, I've started going to design school. My first class was today. Yay!
Yay!
And it seems like it's going to be really promising. So I'm excited to see what the 4 next years are going to bring me. And I kind of also met a guy.
Aww.
Ooh.
Tell us more about this guy.
I think this
Wait,
time
no, we're doing an episode on dating in the pandemic.
That's
okay,
right.
I can save it for the podcast. For the next
Save it for the podcast because I got shit to
First,
say
save
too.
it for the podcast of season 2.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to be on that one.
Yeah,
Yes!
you are.
Yes, awesome.
See, I told you you'd have shit to talk about.
Good. So, yeah, I'm very excited. And so I'm not gonna say any more about him, but he exists, and I think he's gonna stay
He
around for a
exists.
while. For a long while.
Yay! I'm so excited.
You deserve it.
Oh, thank
You do.
you. So happy. And yeah, I think that's mostly it for now. So I actually got not way better, but much better from the depression as well. So it's getting better.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yay!
Very, very.
Yay.
So
So we should probably talk about like the future of the podcast.
Mm.
Oh,
There
what's
suddenly
good
is
happen
one.
here? Yeah. So we had you guys don't know, but before the pandemic hit, I'm talking to like the people listening, not
I know.
I was gonna say, we knew.
but you guys listening don't know that we had recorded a bunch of episodes prior to the pandemic hitting. We're scrapping most of them because they're kind of irrelevant now
Yeah.
because it's been a year.
it
But
happens.
there is a couple episodes. There's a couple episodes that we are going to release. But going forward, you guys are going to be getting an episode every single week. We're going to alternate I think we only have 2 old episodes, and we're going to alternate those with new episodes going forward. So that's cool. We are very excited to start recording again for everybody.
Yay!
Miss you guys. Miss doing this.
And
I
I
never
miss
met
you
them.
guys. Like, you guys, not the... I mean, I miss the listeners, of course, but
I
you
never
guys
met them. Where did
especially.
you guys meet them?
Well,
I met
I know
one.
our number one fan.
No,
Well,
I
most
know
of
the number one.
Most of our
Exala?
listeners are people that we know and invited to listen. So
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
we
Well-
Hi,
actually
Chris.
do know.
Our number one fan on Spotify is actually a friend an online friend that I made during the pandemic.
Oh, you can
His name is
see?
Felix. Hey Felix, I know you're listening,
We know you're
Felix.
there.
Well,
as we like to call him.
since we're giving
Um,
shout outs, I want to give a shout out to my friend Anna, and I want to give a shout out to my cousin Beth, because I know they usually listen to my episodes. I don't know if anyone else who knows me is also listening.
Oh.
Well, since we're giving shout outs.
Let me just clarify real quick. I wasn't giving a shout out to Felix because I like him. I actually despise him.
That's okay.
I hate his stinking guts.
It's still a shout
He
out.
needs to know he's
So-
loathed.
Yes, tell our
Yes.
listeners that we hate them.
He knows that I loathe him. He
Good.
loathes me too.
Good.
He's
Aw.
my number one best friend on Snapchat, but we loathe each other.
I feel the need to burst into song from Wicked because I've been listening to that show, weirdly enough, for the past, 2 weeks. Like, on repeat.
Oh my god, like
listen
Defying
really
Gravity
slowly.
is just so good.
Over and over.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was just all one take, one go.
No, yeah.
Julie, you had a shout out.
Oh,
Yes, to Gabby. I mean, she's been with
Oh,
us
yeah.
since the beginning.
Yeah.
When I told her that we were recording another episode, she got so freaking excited. It was so cute to see.
That's awesome.
So, hi,
we love
Gabby.
you.
We love
Love
you.
you.
I love you, Gabby.
Oh.
We love you, and we're so glad that you have stuck with us.
And that you reached out to us in the first place. I loved reading
Yes.
your story.
We love hearing from the people that listen to us. So if
Mhm.
you're listening, please reach out.
Mm.
We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And then we
Send
can
us
say
an
that we
email or
despise
a
you in an
message.
episode.
There you go.
And won't that be
Yeah,
fun?
we'll
for all?
shout out everyone who messaged
Yeah,
us.
that's that,
So
isn't it?
Oh God. But our
Leave
quiz
us a
can be
message
how
so
much
we can
the
shout
Bye Bye
you out.
Babies despise you.
How much do you want the Bye Bye Babies to despise you? Are you a masochist or a sadist?
Oh God.
oh god.
Jesus.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Indeed.
God.
You would
I'm a
say that.
sadistic masochist.
You're a
I'm a
mess.
masochistic
You are.
sadist. Maybe. So, going forward, what kind of stuff are we going to be talking about, Mariana?
Going forward, we're going to be covering a lot of new and interesting topics, such as gaydar. Do you have one, and how good or bad is it? Fan fiction.
Yes.
There's a lot to talk about that for sure, as many of our group are avid readers of. Also, gender expression. What does it mean to us? How do we express ourselves in our personal lives, in our like professional lives, and how fluid can our expression be. We're also going to start a fun new series called Quarantine. And
Whoop,
our
whoop.
first episode is going to be about relationships, how they've changed and morphed during this hellish year that we've all experienced,
Hellish is a good word for it.
Yes.
right? We're also going to be covering kinks and fetishes and how they overlap so much with the LGBT plus community.
I'm actually really excited to talk about these things, especially
You
Yeah.
can see
fan
me.
fiction, but that's because I did my dissertation on fan fiction, so
Oh,
I'm a
Fuck, you
little
want to do
obsessed.
fanfiction so bad. But also,
We've-
you can see me, but I'm doing finger guns. So.
Bisexual finger guns.
Woo!
We have lots of other topic ideas that we want to talk about. We just haven't officially decided on them. So if you guys have anything in particular you really want to hear us talk about, we would love to hear it. Let us know. Send us a message.
And don't forget to even just say a message saying hi, and we will shout you out in our next episode. Or at least the episode we record after your
Shout out.
message.
We're all so desperate for human interaction. Please talk to us.
Please interact with us. We're so lonely.
I promise, unless you're Felix, I won't say that I loathe you.
We'll take turns loathing people.
Unless we loathe you.
Unless I actually do loathe you.
Loathing.
Or you were a Tori.
I literally got that. It's such a good song, you
Loathing.
guys.
If we get copyright struck for that,
Who's gonna copyright strike us?
me.
Also,
Or
I think
nobody.
you
Idina
can-
Menzel.
I'm gonna
Also, I
narc
think
this
you
out.
can only claim copyright if it's over a determinate amount of seconds, like
Yeah.
No, I was
or
joking.
5 seconds or something like that. Sorry,
It's got jokes, guys.
I'm
All right,
funny with jokes.
It's very funny.
you made a funny.
Okay, so that was it for this week's episode. Thank you all for listening. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok at Bye Bye Baby Podcast. If you want, feel free to send us a DM or anything telling us how have you been. And
We want to
well,
know.
we do want to know, and we missed you. We've all missed you. And yeah, and also just remembering if you have any topics you want us to discuss, also text them to us. We'll love to hear them from you. And yeah, this has been Julie, your babysitter, and my babies.
All of us.
All
Yay.
of us.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. So until next time,
Bye bye, babies.
Oh, he's so handsome.